Hello everyone, welcome back to the new episode of this playlist. So today I'm very excited to invite one of the most senior optometrists in our country. His name is Mr. Sanjay Mehta. Sanjay sir runs his own independent optometry clinic in Chennai named as Tower Optics. And today we are going to discuss the most important point over here is like what should be the appropriate consultation fee an optometrist should charge. So with the help of his experience and we'll try to know what is the correct amount we should charge from our patient. So without any further delay, let's get started. Okay, so today I have a very special guest. His name is Mr. Sanjay sir. So he is one of my best mentors during my fellowship, like during my Chennai visit. So a brief introduction about him. Like he completed his bachelor's in optometry from the prestigious Elite School of Optometry in the year 1990s. Like I was born in 99. Like still 9 years before he completed his graduation. And since then he's running his own clinic in Chennai state. So, and after that, recently only in 2023, 22, his clinic was awarded one of the best clinic in India from Zeiss, like UNI award. So it has been a very great achievement from the Tower Optics. So with that, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Moni.
Thank you. So it's
Thanks
really
for your nice introduction.
okay. Yeah, it's really my pleasure to have you, sir, here. So we'll just begin, and I just wanted to ask that how did you choose optometry? Like in the year of 1990, like how did you select this path?
Okay. Actually, what happened is I come from an optical background in the sense my father had a wholesale business and we had a retail showroom also. Okay. So my journey in optometry started much earlier, I would say. Uh, I learned retinoscopy when I used to spend my summer holidays in my father's store.
Okay.
So it was fun. We was young, but actually speaking, I did my BSc mathematics. I finished my BSc mathematics in the year 1990, 86. Sorry, 86,
86.
86, 86. So I then there was a small advertisement in the newspaper about that this course, Elite School of Optometry, Shankar Netralaya was there. So I
Hmm.
was about to join a computer institute at that time. It was one famous one was there, NIT, something like that. So I then both were on the same road. One was on the left and one was on the right. So it so happened I took the left route and joined that
Yeah.
course. That's how it happened, to be very frank.
So it was not a very planned decision that you wanted to do optometry, like since your school days and like anything else.
See, no, actually not. But since the only sentence my father said was, since this is related to our profession, this should be good.
Okay. Okay.
That's how it clicked.
Yeah, because I do experience this point because I do also come from an optical background. So as you mentioned, we have been seeing those lens manufacturing and framing and all since our school days
Yeah,
and early childhood. So
yeah,
yeah, somehow optometry was like inherit from our family. Okay, but it was a very great decision, like doing an
yeah,
optometry from
yes.
like elite school of optometry. And like after the graduation, how did you came up with the idea of private practice? Like as it was like with your father, or as you have some other plan to execute?
No, actually, what happened was when we were in the first 2 years of my optometry, the
Hmm.
classes were conducted at the college, at the hospital itself, Shankar Netrala basement.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what happened was I realized what was going on around there, and believe it or not, by the year in the middle of 88, I
Hmm.
realized that this is what I want to do. Okay, mm, I realized that I should be what my temperament will be suitable is for being my own boss. So just when I was in the beginning of the third year, my store was ready. So I used to
Okay.
go morning for the classes, evening I used to come. opened the store, and my store for about 1.5 years was there only in the evening times,
Okay.
and I studied. I gave my exam studying in this my practice. I started the optical store, and then only when I got the degree certificate, which you can see on the back,
Yeah.
I waited for that, and then only I started practicing.
Okay, so I can see the great enthusiasm in your story. During this third year of your optometry, like you started your own practice. Like this is a very big step. Like usually, like our age group tend to wait for the graduation, tend to take some experience, and then they come up with the idea of private optometry clinic. So with that, I just wanted to ask the very significant question over here is like, how did you charge your consultation fee? Like, can I ask how much rupees did you started back in 90s 90? Like, what was your consultation fee at that time?
See, actually, from the day I started my practice, I knew that it's not going to be a easy thing for me. Even now, it is not. Okay, the challenges are every day. Every day challenges are there. In fact, there was an ophthalmologist just practicing the same building, next wall. He was there practicing in the evening. I learned a lot from him also. As simple as how to make sure that you always give the correct access. If the prescription says 5 axis, you should dispense 5 degrees. Okay, very important. And over the period of all these years, I realized that why it is important. Okay, now uh, my first patient was they were waiting for me to start the clinic. Okay, they
Okay.
waited. Says when are you starting? I said yes. I still remember the time was something like this only in the evening. The day was 8th October 1990.
1990. Okay.
8th October. Okay.
That's so
So
precise.
the patient name was Mr. Mukesh and Rajesh, two brothers. I still have their case sheets with me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I did charge them. On the first day, I had around 3 patients. I charged them consultation fees. My fees was 15 rupees.
15 rupees. Okay.
1 5, yes. Yeah, and the 45 rupees I earned on that day, first day. Okay.
3
And yeah, 45 rupees, yes.
25 rupees.
And it was very dear to me. Still, it is dear to me because that's how it started. And I realized that when we are putting up so much effort in doing our work sincerely, so we should charge consultation fees. So I have never done any free eye test all these years.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, so I started with 15. Slowly it went on up to 500.
Okay.
The day the first lockdown opened, the first day, okay, of the first lockdown when it opened, I raised my fees to 1,000 rupees.
Okay. 1,000 rupees.
1,000 rupees, yes, because I had brought in a I know that there is a new machine coming in my clinic.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
which was costing a bomb. It was a non-mediatic proper fundus camera.
Okay.
So I had much earlier also handheld non-mediatic fundus camera, but I didn't. It was great experience. I used it for 7 years. It is still there. Okay.
Okay.
So then, how do I recover the money? So
Hmm.
this was how it started, 1,000 rupees,
Okay.
and from this month, last month onwards, April month onwards, I
Hmm.
have increased to 1,500 rupees
2,500 rupees.
because 1,500 because I have
1,500.
got now an OCT machine also in my clinic. I have
Okay.
everything. You name it, everything I have it in my clinic. Visual field analyzer, portable visual field analyzer, NCT with pachymeter, everything I
Okay.
have. This was the last thing to left, and this I got it.
Okay, that's actually a very incredible journey, sir. Like starting from 15 rupees, and like now, as you mentioned, last one consultation was 1,500 rupees. So just to spread a little
Yeah,
awareness per market, normally an ophthalmologist charges 400 rupees in my state. 400, 700 rupees normally. So how do you come up with like taking so much of charge more than an ophthalmologist? Like the main question was, how do you justify your consultation fee? Like as you already mentioned,
Right, right,
you
right.
have
Yeah,
almost all the equipments like diagnostic instruments. So that's how it's done.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
There are three, four reasons. One among them is time. When they go to an ophthalmologist or an eye clinic, eye hospital, I would say, they
hmm,
have to wait a lot. So here in my practice, it is much faster to save time.
hmm,
Okay, that is one of the biggest thing which I am helping them. Okay. Second thing, I am justifying with my the number of tests what I am doing with my patient. Okay.
yeah,
Third important thing is revenue generation is side by side is very important. This in turn will help has funded my clinic. In fact, I would say if you take an average amount and the amount becomes sizable over a period of time.
hmm, correct.
I know there is also one more angle. See, we come across people who don't charge fees, and
Hmm,
I know someone
yeah,
who is doing wonderful job, okay, and is not charging it for, and it is compensated by providing probably is more focusing into pushing the patient towards his LASIK center. Okay, so that's how it is compensated. But still, I feel the dignity of labor should be there, and then and this is one of the easiest way to differentiate from others also. So
okay.
last week I had one patient. She said that, sir, I have never had an eye examination like this in anywhere. So that's what it counts.
Okay,
And I
that's
found out something in which was very unique in her case also. So that's how it was. That's how it is.
that's actually very brilliant answer. Like the justification of your service is at the end, like how do you charge the consultation? Correct?
Yeah, I do get resistance also. I do
Okay.
get resistance. I have to accept the failures.
Hmm.
The percentage is very negligible. So for me, doesn't matter. But there is, yeah, people will ask me, patient, they have walked out also, saying that,
Okay.
sorry, why you're charging this much? So,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean I should reduce my consultation fees. But I've given them an explanation,
Hmm.
and then they have left. So in
Okay.
their mind, that
Somehow,
factor should be there
hmm.
whether what they are getting it done outside is justified, and what I'm charging is justified or not. That's how it will be.
Okay. So maybe moving little on a deeper side, if you are comfortable, can you please share like what all tests do you do? Let's say if I'm a patient, I'm 22 years old and I have come from a routine eye checkup. So for me,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
test you will do like in your private practice to justify those?
I do everything. I do everything.
Okay.
Okay, except visual field analyzer,
Okay.
which is only for special cases.
Special
But
cases.
rest
Yeah.
of all everything
Yeah.
I do take OCTs also.
OCDs also. Okay.
Yeah, I do take OCT because we don't know what is the when the surprise will come. I'll
Yeah.
give an example. About 3 weeks back, I just about a week after I got my OCT, a
Hmm.
patient walked in on Sunday evening saying, "Sir, I'm started seeing a small white circular translucent object in my eye."
Okay.
So I was hesitant. I said, okay, might be some. Then I said, okay, let me have your examination done. So
Hmm.
I did everything, the anterior segment, till anterior segment, everything was normal. The moment I had a look at my fundus image, I was stunned. Then I said, yes, there is something wrong in his macula in one of the eyes, left eye. And
Okay.
then, of course, the eye pressure, everything was normal. But when I took the OCT, it
Hmm.
hardly takes about 2 minutes, 3 minutes maximum.
Yeah.
OCT will be
Yeah.
okay. I found out that he was having central serous retinopathy.
Okay. CSE. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So we might, if I mean, that's what has opened my eyes. With every instrument, there has been something which has made me to see things in a different way. With when
Definitely.
I got my visual field analyzer, I was able to detect I could see the glaucomatous visual field changes, okay, in a patient who was totally asymptomatic. Okay, so now, and when the best part was the result were as good as the one which the ophthalmologist ordered, and when we see it is was the same.
Same.
So this is what it is.
That's correct. So maybe the overall conclusion of our discussion would be the importance of normal eye examination, routine eye examination. Like as you
Yeah, yeah.
mentioned
See, in
correctly.
fact, yeah, in fact, what I feel is that the normal way, normal patient, a normal fundus, a normal patient will have, in fact, more variants than anybody else with a specific device, entity, disease or entity.
Hmm.
Okay, so I have not seen um, two same fundus till now. All
Okay.
funduses are different.
Yes.
Okay, a normal patient, probably what we see in the book, I had seen one in one only in one patient,
Oh.
straight from the book, a normal fundus, how it looks,
Hmm.
only in one patient.
Oh.
And what happened was that too it happened on a one of the World Optometry days. First patient
Okay.
in the morning, she had a beautiful pattern, and it's still there in my. Of course, I have the record, but I have not seen a single
Same.
what is the same appearance of any fundus. So that's how I feel that to differentiate between normal and abnormal itself is a big thing.
It's a big thing. Correct. Correct.
Yeah,
And
big thing to that to find out that. Yeah, tell me.
yeah, that's the actually beauty of our eye. Like you cannot find similar with fundus images or maybe similar visual field pattern in
Yeah,
any of the
yeah,
patient.
yeah,
That's the beauty of
yeah. So
it. Correct. Yes.
to make a diagnosis, hats off to all the ophthalmologists who have to take a decision based on their experience and their knowledge to diagnose a condition. That itself is a great thing. So I
Correct.
have learned whatever I am right now. I am indebted to them because in my last 1.5 years of internship
Hmm.
is what has made me what I am right now. Is because of that only. In
Oh,
fact, I think I told you also when you were
yeah,
there,
yeah.
you learn maximum during that period.
That period.
And I kept my eyes and ears really open because the first 1.5 years or 2 years, we play around. To be very honest, all students play around. Nobody is serious.
No
Okay,
one.
but slowly then in the last 2 years, a simple observation by an ophthalmologist. One there was one Dr. Lingam Gopal. He is
Hmm.
the best retina specialist at Shankar Nethralaya. One simple, which was not at all connected with retina. Okay,
Hmm.
simple thing has helped me in my practice so much. It's so much, so many cases I have seen like that. So that is the beauty of it. That not I'm at a retina specialist, but I find solution for something else.
So that's
That's
correct.
what it was. That has helped. Yeah, that observation has helped me, and I always keep in mind.
That's correct. And with that, like after all the assessment, it comes to the documentation part. Like, how do you give this diagnostic result, like the eye examination report, to your patient? Like, do you
Yeah,
have any specific
yeah.
format
My
sharing?
yeah. I have I send it in a PDF.
PDF
It
format.
is almost like a 16-page report I give.
16 page.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
16 page. So I doc see transparency is very important. The
Yeah.
more you tell the patient what the patient you are having, the eye
Hmm.
disease or any condition or simple refractive,
Hmm.
or even if you say that is normal, you should say there should be a documentation. Okay,
Documented.
and that documentation is very important. So you whatever, and we are not, and whatever your findings are there,
You
we
just.
give it to the patient.
Hmm.
That's is always helpful.
And like the diagnostic test which you mentioned, OCT, fundus camera, like non-pressure chronometer, those the numbers are really important for the future. Like whenever if there is
Yes, yes,
abnormal
yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah,
the consultant or the
yeah,
next
yes,
person is going to trace the previous record. So that is very
yes,
important
exactly,
part of yes.
exactly, exactly. So I had suspected a patient that he can get glaucoma in future. So I told him that this all test will be the basis of if at all anything happens to your eyes in the future.
Okay. So creating a strong base of, not
Yeah, yeah. So
documenting the.
see what happens now. Ultimately, if at all any condition happens to him, any conditions happens to him, this will be a sort of a because I have seen many cases which are described in the book. We go by books, what pictures, everything. But actually, the variants are so many.
So many.
So it is very important that we should document it properly and give to the patient.
No, that's correct actually, because the normal value would be different for every patient. Let's very simple
Yeah,
example would
exactly.
be radius of curvature for cornea. Let's say 7.5 mm, for example. It's our normal. So for my it would be little different for my normal, and for other patient it would be little different. So that's very important point. And with that, I
Right.
just wanted to ask one parallel question. Like some of the practices, some of the optical store are not charging any examination fee, and on the other hand, we are charging the examination fee. So somehow patient
Right.
may get misguided. Like where should we go? We should spend money to for an examination. We should not. So how do you manage those patients? How do you counsel those patients?
See, you should have first of all develop a lot of patience.
Correct.
That is number one. If you want anyone to come in private practice, a lot of patients are required to
Yeah.
get more patients. Okay. Second important thing,
Hmm.
you give them that experience
Hmm.
which they wouldn't get anywhere else.
Correct.
That is number two. Third thing, you tell them we do all this test. Okay, as you would have seen my practice, you have seen my
Yes.
practice. So
Yes.
anybody the is in the once enters my practice, they can see my clinic straight away. So once they see that yes, it is equipped fully, so 99.9% they wouldn't mind.
Hmm.
And I believe in one simple thing, that in life there are only three types of people: one who understands, one who doesn't know, and
Hmm.
third who doesn't want to know. Okay, so the first two categories are easy to manage. The third category, I don't try try to explain anything at all, because they have come with a mind that that it is, it's okay. We respect that. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
not saying they are right or wrong, but this is what it is. How you handle the patient is, it
Ah,
boils down to how you handle the patient. Nothing. How you put forward your justification or
hmm.
your practice. How you present it in front.
You
In
instead.
fact, uh, they I would say, like, they know more about me than I would know about myself.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So because they before they come to my practice, if it is a new patient, they will look for Google reviews. They will see what all people are talking about me. That makes a big difference. Second, they have already come and experienced my services, my products. That will make that's how you lay the foundation. Once they know that at Tower Optics, you are going to get correct product, correct correct examination procedure is being followed, and correct at a correct reasonable price, they wouldn't mind at all.
That's correct. So transparency and honesty, like, are the main pillars of private practice, like as far as my understanding. Correct, sir?
Yeah, yes. And you should be doing proper work also. You should be doing justifying. So
Justifying. Yeah.
I spend around about average around 20 to 45 minutes with a patient, 25 to 45 minutes in a patient. So you
Hmm.
should provide that much chair time. Uh,
Correct.
I'm learning. I mean, you learn from your mistakes
Hmm.
also. So we have done one time. I gave a lady a point 0.5 addition extra
Hmm.
because I was in a hurry to go somewhere after finishing that patient. That was almost some 25 to 26 years back. So that I lost that patient completely. Though we gave them a new pair of lenses,
Hmm.
everything, but I lost that whole family completely again. So we learn from the mistakes. So we
Yeah.
make sure that we don't repeat it. see, we are humans. We are bound to make a mistake.
Yes,
But yeah. So that's how it will be.
that's all.
That's how it
And
is.
yes, yes. That's actually very great answer. Like to learn from our mistake. And in as you mentioned correctly, in private practice, yeah,
And also from others' mistake also.
yeah, definitely. That's how you will save your time. Okay, so moving forward, I just wanted to ask a very important question over here. It's like let's say some of the undergraduate students wanted to start their own clinic because at the end everyone has the same
Yes.
dream, I feel. So do you
Yeah.
have any specific tips for them, like how they should proceed further? Like anything?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When I started, probably I started much before even the course, as I told you.
Yes,
Even
yes.
the course before the completion, I was sure that I wanted to do this.
Hmm.
Okay. I started with a very basic practice. I had only the vision chart. I had a small table, the trial set box. I
Hmm.
had the ophthalmoscope and retinoscope, which I got it during the internship. Okay, that's how I started.
Hmm.
Okay, for
Okay.
me it was I will see it's like this. That time things were different. Now things are different.
Yeah.
Okay, so at that time, I mean, for that matter, if you want to have an eye examination, a simple torch light, what we have, is also good enough.
Yes.
Actually speaking,
Yes.
okay, it's
Yes.
actually speaking, that's good enough. Actually, you can see whether the light there's a the pupils are reacting properly. The vision is there. Okay, many things you can do wonders with that pen torch.
And torch.
Okay,
Yes.
but things are different now. Okay, people, we should, and why it is also important that we should show that what we are doing.
Hmm.
The diagnosis you can do, with with a cover test. Okay, is good enough. Okay,
Yeah.
but for vision therapy or many other things, I have to have so many other things. Okay,
Correct.
so this is, patient also should know that we are doing some work.
Hmm.
Okay, that is why you should invest in a proper location. Proper location is very important of your practice.
Yeah.
Second thing, you should understand. You should understand what is your own mindset, your own personality. Okay, if you are if you cannot speak, you are not going to be a good. You cannot sell anything. You cannot even sell your services. Okay.
Yes.
Third important thing is that you should be very honest,
Hmm.
because the truth prevails at the end of the day. People, see, it's like this. For me, even if I try to do something wrong, it will never work, because my body, I'm not, my mindset is not tuned for that. So I might be I will be a very bad salesman. Okay, because I'm telling upfront everything. Okay, but at the end of the day, that transparency only will work. So you should be knowing how your mindset is. If your mindset is going towards research, please do research. If you are sure that you want to earn, you want to have a own private, you want to be your own boss, that is one thing I really enjoy, is that at the end of the prescription, at the end of the report of prescription, my signature goes from day one. Okay, so that is very important. Right now is a big, the India with so much population. I always felt that our population was an advantage. Everyone's गाड़ी चलती है, सबकी गाड़ी चलती है, कैसे ना कैसे कुछ
कैसे
भी
ना?
हो जाता है. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So the population is, when the whole world is now talking about India, that ours is the most growing economy and all that. So
Yes.
this is the right time to make the best use of it. And as I've seen optometry, I've seen the profession as it is all these years, when I was from my childhood.
Childhood.
I've
Yeah.
been seeing it from people doing retinoscopy with spot retinoscopy.
Hmm.
Okay, I've done it also. I've learned retinoscopy that way. Okay, so there is nothing wrong in that. It's still good. It is, people must be doing somewhere, somebody is using it. But the change is coming. Our profession has diversified so many in such a way that so many avenues have opened up. Vision therapy, okay, sports therapy
Also,
are going to be the number one or number two profession in have already become probably, okay. They're
correct.
never going to be number one, number two subdivisions of our profession, okay.
Professions. Yes.
So this is, yes, so this is going to happen. So if one has to start
Hmm.
private practice, I would say start from the day you finish your degree. Don't wait
Hmm.
for. I met say so many good optometrists who are probably better than me. They
Hmm.
said, "Sir, I'll gain experience. I'll work under someone and all that."
Hmm.
But it is okay. I mean, it's okay. For me, it will not. It didn't work out. I was. I mean, what worked out for me might not work out with others. I appreciate. I understand that. But for example, I will give you example. So why Bosch and Lomb is popular? Okay. So they were the first. They entered the market first than anybody, no other brand
Hmm.
as far as the contact lenses. So people, that mindset was contact lens means
Bosch and Lomb.
Bosch and Lomb. Okay. So
Correct.
I don't dispense Bosch and Lomb lenses. So please, no commercial interest here.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so you first, the first is always remembered. The who first, there's no who, nobody remembers the no,
Second
who
person.
climbed the Mount Everest for second or third or 30th or 3000th. But
Hmm.
the first one always is remembered. That's how it should be.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
And even I just wanted to add one more point, like whenever you start a private practice, there is a rule of 1,000 days. So it has to be like it has said likewise that you have to give first 1,000 days of your life in this practice, and after 3 years, 8
Yes.
years, you have to expect some return, some profit out of this business. So better you start, the
Probably.
sooner you will come out of this. If you want to
Yeah.
start after
Yeah.
3 years or 4 years of experience, you probably won't be able to take this risk of stopping their job and starting from all
No,
over
it's,
zero.
it is once you are in, one more warning.
Yeah.
Once you are in private practice, it's very, very difficult to go out of it. Okay. It has its so much charm and it has its own benefits that once you are into it, because
Correct.
of many reasons, including commercial interest,
Hmm.
okay, you will get stuck into it. So you better make the, once you are in, make the best use of it, I would say.
That's
That's how I will say. Because it is a never ending struggle.
like moving forward. I just wanted to ask, like, how do you maintain your work-life balance? Like, because I can feel now that being to the retail store and the private practice, you have to give a lot of hours, seriously, a lot of hours. So how do you
Monila
balance
is.
your
It's been how many months you started your practice?
it's been a 3 months for me, like maybe two
Three
and
months and you are feeling. 3 months and
exactly.
you are feeling.
That's why I was going to say that you have
Yeah,
to give
yeah, yeah.
tremendous
It
amount of
is.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very tough. It's very tough. What I do is every year I it's been happening for the last 25 years or so. Okay.
Hmm.
I take a break at least 3 weeks to 4 weeks in a year.
Okay. Around 1 month.
3 to 4 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 to 3 weeks. Definitely, I take off so that no, you that's how things will happen. That then only everything can work out properly. I
Definitely.
take a break, so that's how it will be.
Okay.
This is how when everyone has its own thing. I don't have that luxury of much. What do you say? Being at one end of the our country, so it
Hmm.
is the commuting. If at all, if I want to go somewhere, it becomes it takes longer time, but doesn't matter.
Hmm.
That's how it will be.
Okay.
But everyone has to find their own ways to do it. That's how. But you take out small time wherever possible. So
Wherever.
that's
Yeah.
how we'll make things better.
Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to ask one bonus tip from you. Like, let's say, for example, me, I have started my own clinic recently. So how do you suggest me to charge my consultation fee? Like, how much minimum I should go for? So let's say I have a basic practice of slit lamp and some specialty contact lenses. So is there any
Yeah.
recommendation from your end that, like, looking at current situation, 2023, this should be the minimum amount you should charge? Like, if you respect all our optometry tests and
Okay. Before
yeah.
that, I will ask you a question. How much you are charging now?
Okay. Okay. So currently I'm charging 200 rupees. I started just last month. So first month was a
Right.
free setup from my end, just to, explore my patient base in the new city. So,
Right.
but then later on I move ahead and I started charging 200 rupees. But still I feel that sometimes patients say it's little high. Sometimes they are okay to give, like the 3 points which we discussed initially. Okay, not
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
they don't want to know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what do you feel that what should be the minimum amount? Because this is the most debatable question I have ever heard. Yeah.
So now it's like this. Now, how how long you have been into practice?
Okay.
Okay. Where you are placed
Uh, Area.
and what you are offering. What you are offering. Okay. I met one optometrist, young optometrist who started his clinic in his village.
Okay.
Okay, in his village. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's a very one of the I liked it so much that see reaching proper eye care, taking eye care to the roots where our the real requirement is there. So
Hmm.
it is amazing thing he has done. Okay, so he will charge certain things.
Hmm.
You are into a city, so you should be second tier city, I would say, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
It might be categorized, but
Yeah.
Surat is Surat is Durant, full of diamonds. Okay. But yes, so depending on how much how much you that person can pay. Okay, how much your practice you feel that it can extract. I wouldn't use the word extract, but you this is how it should be, because this is my minimum consultation. So what you're doing is 200 rupees is quite good. It's quite good. It
Okay.
took me some time, quite long time, to reach to that level. You started with that. That's good. I'll
Yeah.
tell you,
So
I'll
like,
give you one example.
yeah.
I'll give you one example. This is very, very important. I saw recently one small uh, Facebook reel was there. So one lady talks about she said, I met one lady in one of the functions. She was wearing a dress. She was wearing a sari in a very beautiful way. So
Okay.
she asked, "What is it? How did you do it?" She said that I am a professional sari draper. Okay,
Okay.
so the person who was talking in the video said that there was a function coming in her home. Said, let me consult her to make my friends also wear the sari, which is a very basic thing. Our Indian, for women to wear saris, is just matter of few minutes they will wear it.
Yeah.
But she said, let them wear something differently and all that. So she asked how much what will be the charges. She said around 33 lakhs for about 33 people, 36 lakhs. She's great. I'm not calling you to drape them throughout the year, only for one function. So that lady said, no, yeah, it is, you heard it me right. This is my professional fees, because I have excelled in that my profession in draping the saris in such a way that it looks very attractive correctly and all that. So for me it was, my eyes popped up. So what
Correct.
we are doing is just nothing. We are doing social service.
Correct.
When we charge even 1,500, what I'm charging is also a social service.
Okay, sure.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what is taken for granted, wearing a sari for a woman is very easy.
Easy.
But
Yeah.
to make others wear them and make them wear something in a different way and
That.
charge that much,
Uh,
it's so this is how it will be. So where you are placing yourself
hmm.
will be important. will be important. Where you are placed, how you want to be placed. Okay. So how your temperament is, where you would like to work with, which place you are working. So I mean, earlier the thing concept was that you cannot sell a you have to have a proper market for everything. Okay, but it still holds good. Still holds good. So you identify your strength, weaknesses of your practice at this particular juncture. See, for me, it has taken long time, because when I was started my practice, for each and every patient, I have to tell them, define the word optometrist. What is optometry? What is optometrist? So that much struggle we have seen, wherein I have to, they didn't know the word or what an optometrist can do, what they can do. So it has took me, and that too, one more thing I would like to add is the place I am practicing right now, okay, is surrounded by who of you can tell it that who is who of optical shops in Chennai.
Yeah.
All of them are having their stores in Chennai, and the top ophthalmologists are working just within probably 2 range.
Correct. I have seen that.
So about there are about, yeah. So in about a 5 kilometers range, there are about 60 ophthalmologists working. So see the amount of competition I am facing, but I have never taken it as a competition. I have taken only in a positive way to improve my practice, and that's how to make a difference. So one has to identify where they are placed right now, what you think what you will be after 5 years. So I will share one anecdote. So one of the companies has taken us to Singapore for management training, everything. I like management training programs very much. So they had given us about some 10-15 questions. Probably it was at the end of the program, that about how you see yourself 5 years from now.
After 5 years, yes.
Okay. So and after the questions, it was plotted in a graph. So mine was, that person who had given to me was stunned. He said, "What is this?" Mine was like an Australian map. It was. So it was an overall growth. I was seeing myself 5 years from that was about 7 years back. So that's how subconsciously it was there in my mind, and that's how it should be cultivated in many ways. You have to visualize it, you have to manifest it, that then things work. So this is how I will say.
No, that's correct actually, because everything comes first here, and then it will you have to execute it. So your imagination should reach the point first, and then you will get there. That's a very good takeaway from this conversation. Okay, so I feel that we have came to the conclusion of our session, and I really feel so grateful for this conversation. So just before we wrap up, I just wanted to ask, like, can you want to give any tips to our undergraduate students or any juniors? Any tips who are like young, enthusiastic?
Now the present generation is very smart.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't require our guidance. Really speaking, they are very smart. So I mean, I would say that you follow your dreams. That's what I would say. You want to, anyone has to follow the dreams. If I mean, then only things will work. That's it. So I cannot give advice to younger generation. They are quite smarter than me. So, and they should. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. So
yes, that's absolutely correct, sir. Okay, and just one last request. So before we wrap up this session, so you can share your contact details in the description box so that any of the junior optometrists can reach you. Is that okay?
you can, my number. You can
Yeah.
type.
I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You can type that one.
Okay.
Anytime I am available. Okay.
Okay. That's actually very kind of you to share your
Yeah,
personal
yeah,
directly to.
sure. Why not? Because see, unless we share our experiences, in fact, I learned few things even while I was talking right now to you. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's how. I mean, as long as we are receptive to the world around us,
Hmm.
things around us, that's how you respond back. That's enough. As simple as the questions your patient is going to ask you. So if you don't answer them, that's then you cannot do anything.
As
So
you
you
can.
have to be receptive. So for anything, you have to have you should react as fast as how Dhoni does the stumping, how he did yesterday
Yes,
for
yes.
Shubman Gill, which was the turning point,
Turning
just in a
point.
matter of 0.02 seconds. So, or 1 second, how much ever might
That's
be.
all.
So one
Yeah,
of the so you should be that sharp and that fast in reacting,
that was
which I am sure
insane.
the younger generation are. But yes, what I will say is, as we were when I was in the first year, second year, most of us we don't know. We are playing around. We don't know what is optometry. Probably from the third year onwards, we start uh, we learning something or knowing something. So that's how it will be.
Yeah, yeah. Even for now, some people are lost. Even for me, I was like not aware what to do. So like that's you should have
No,
some.
that happens.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
the question mark
that
remains
happens. Yeah.
always. Yeah, but one should be, no, firm in your thoughts,
Thought.
firm in your goals. You should, okay, I want to do this one. Probably,
Hmm.
I have failed also. I've failed so many times. I've done so many other things also. I failed miserably. Okay, but from that I learned that yes, this is what I should do, and this is I should not do.
Yeah, yeah. That's a lifelong process of learning and
Yeah,
upgrading
yeah, yeah.
yourself and growing in the field of
And
optometry.
you learn from your mistakes and admit it, yes, you were wrong, and that's how you then you take your thing to next level.
Next level. That's correct. Okay, sir. So I feel that it was a very great session, and I hope that our
Thanks,
viewers got.
Monil, for
Yeah.
thanks, Monil, for calling me also.
That's it was on my list from very beginning also. Yeah. So
It's okay.
thank you so
It's
much, sir.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that you have taken a very wonderful step in starting your own practice,
Yes.
because the private practice is you are the boss, you can take your own decision,
Yes.
and the freedom is unmatched.
And
Okay.
correct.
So you and I, that's why I encourage. And right now, the profession has been given an independent status. Okay, which was officially it has
Officially.
been given,
Yes.
so which is the right time for everyone. And the moment the good all good practice optometrists come into private practice, it
Hmm.
will be amazing.
Excellent.
There will be, I'm sure that now people will not hesitate even to I mean even for a second to consult an optometrist.
Yeah. That's very near, like maybe a 5 years of span. This will be reality.
I see it within probably even within 2.5 years, three
Yeah.
years, it will
Possible.
happen as it is.
Yes.
Yeah, more and more good optometrists should come into private practice, and you have taken a good decision.
Thank you.
And unless people come into, I mean, good optometrists come into private practice, it
Hmm.
is very challenging. It is not at all an easy ride. You are 3 months into practice. I am in 30 years into practice. 32 years in the practice. It is the same scenario.
Same
Okay,
thing.
but
Yeah.
still, yes.
You have to start. That's all.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
good.
sir.
Anywhere, first time
Yeah.
you have to start. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you for this insightful
Thank
session.
you very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Yeah, thank you
Thank you
very much.
so much.
Yeah, see you. Bye.